That's what it's pretty about that. Okay. Well, that puts this hour of the Ramsey Show in the books. George Campbell, Ramsey personality, my co-host James Austin. I say Ramsey, your host, will be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.
Hey guys, this is James, senior producer for The Ramsey Show. Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? And a lot of those people listen on one of our 600 plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, head to theramseyshow.com.
A message to somebody that had a question, but ask how do you ask a question came in last 2 minutes of the show. Anyway, Ramsey Show over. After show beginning. Get an accurate count on the subscribers to see if we get one during the run of the show. All right, hopefully Michelle will make it over here to this show. And then I can answer a question. But the chat goes away after the show's over. So otherwise I would have stayed in there and answered it for her. Let's see. While we wait for people to get into the chat, hopefully Michelle, I'm going to put some things into the chat, some links. Email about anything. Yes, anything. Coach Steve Money at gmail.com. And donations, HTTPS, colon. Whoops, that's not right. PayPal.me/coach Steve Money. Alrighty, well, someone was just watching and then left. How dare they? Episode 190 today. Let's see, what else can we talk about while we wait a couple seconds. Let's see. I don't have any graphs for AJ today, I don't think. Need to get some for him in case he shows up. Test. Okay. Just seeing, didn't want my voice to be peaking because there's going to be some singing today. Nobody in the chat yet. That's all right. It is 5 minutes after, so we will get going here. And maybe we'll get some company soon. Or maybe they're all waiting until the singing is over. Oh, Flash is here. All right. Flash is ready to sing Friday, right, Flash? All right. Or Dave hosted on Friday. That's not the right. Hold on. Did I miss? There it is. Okay, here we go. Start over. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get down to the bus stop. I look in the chat, I see my friends kicking in the front seat, flashes in the back seat, gotta make my mind up for which seat can I take. It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying, yeah, budgeting, yeah, fun, looking forward to the weekend. Alrighty. Yeah, any excuse for me to sing. I do talk about finances and Dave Ramsey stuff and stuff like that, but any excuse to sing. You should have been here December because I used the excuse of Christmas to sing all a month. I sang a different Christmas song every day. Flash, give me plugs for the songs. And speaking of the Baby Step song, here it is. So, Lashes, if you know this one, you can probably sing it. There are the words right there. Listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, then you should do the baby steps. And if you like to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, then you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. 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 Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-boo. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. You can do that when you have your own show. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at candidly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com, which is right up there. You can also reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that would be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty, thanks for the IOs. Dave is pretty cool, Lashes. Pretty cool. As I said, today is show number 190. I wasn't ready when I did show number 1. Still not ready, but I'm doing it anyway. Today's surprising Ramsey show hosts, or one of them was surprising anyway, and I knew I forgot something. One moment. I don't have a producer. I have to do this myself. It's right there. Was Dave Ramsey on a Friday. Just when we got used to saying that it's been over a year since Dave hosted on a Friday. And we just got used to telling him Dave doesn't host on Fridays. And so he hosts on Fridays. And Mod said Dave was maximizing promoting his book and probably the Building Wealth in 2022 event that's coming on next Thursday. That's free live stream on the YouTubes. And Dave Ramsey, Rachel Cruz, and George Camel will be hosting that. And George Camel was the co-host today. And Flash was right. A song kind of in the works. I don't know. You're going to have to write that, Flash. Because I'm like got a block of what else to put in it. So I only have this quarter of a verse. So we have to do this verse 4 times. So that'll give us all a chance to get better at it. And then there's the one chorus. So let's see how it goes. And they always copyright claim me on it. That's okay. I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. So we get to have fun. It's a rap at first. George Host 3 podcast. They don't cost a cent. Borrowed future, entree leadership, and the fine print. George Host 3 podcast. They don't cost a cent. Borrowed future, entree leadership, and the fine print. George Host 3 podcast. They don't cost a cent. A borrowed future, entree leadership, and the fine print. George Host 3 podcast. They don't cost a cent. A borrowed future, entree leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASO Centiloni wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Painted house off. That's baby step 7, y'all. All right. That's all I got for that one. And the fact that it's not finished does not stop me from doing it. Because it's so fun. Speaking of the camel, where is that again? Speaking of George Camel, his debt-free scream is going to be on Wednesday, January 12th in the final hour. So as far as the video, that's going to be in the final 40 minutes of the YouTube video. Mod is trying to get him to bring his dog. Market report. As you can see, everything down again. We're having not a great start to January. But let's see. Once again, the the most down out of the top three there is the NASDAQ, almost a whole percent down. And that means that your boy is not going to win fantasy mutual funds for tomorrow. That's probably going to be Troy's story again. But the most down was the Russell Small Cap Index, down 1.2%. What up, Ellie? How's Texas? It is 19 degrees here in the OH. I don't think I did. I didn't do OH, did I? Earlier. Yeah, so what else can we say about that? Just down today. Let's see if there's news on why. Amid growth pressure, so they will often just make up a reason. Let's see. Bum, 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 ba-dum. A 3 handle on the jobless rate at 3.9% will get the Fed's attention, as will a higher than expected 0.6% rise in average hourly earnings. Still low participation at 61.9%. That's our workforce. And strong household gain in those employed of 651K. All right. So maybe that, yeah, in the 50s. I bet that would be great. We cold in the rest of the company. I shouldn't say anything though. Kelly in Wisconsin and Matty Baggs in Minnesota. Matty Baggs is in Minnesota, where you have to plug your car in to heat it up before you can turn it on sometimes. So I will not be jealous of that. Let's see what we got. Earnings calendar. We got financials reporting in next week. The Wells Fargo, the Chase, the Citigroup, Dave's favorite, the BOA, Bank of America. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that because you do not like the Bank of America. United Health Group, as well as Netflix, reporting January 20th. Let's see. Oh my goodness, the most followed single stocks on the Google. Apple is actually up 0.10%. So let me take some of that back though, because my large cap mutual fund has a bunch of Apple in it. So we'll see, and a bunch of Microsoft, but it's also got a bunch of these other ones in there too. And Tesla was 3.54% down, continuing the trend of being over 3 points up or down. It's hardly ever just below 3%, either up or down. The artist formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms, 0.2% down. The most down is the Tesla, of course. And then Google owner Alphabet, almost a little over 0.5% down. All right. Yep, M, no 20, yep, 21 today. A couple inches of snow. Same here, M. Same here. Let's see, I already did that. Oh, we got to check on the rest of the planet. Nope. No, that's right. I did the right thing. Mostly down over in the Europe. In Asia, mixed, but it looks like 3 out of the 5 indexes they track are up. The currency, the euro up on the US dollar, the Japanese yen up on the US dollar, the British pound, Louvre, up on the US dollar. Get some fish and chips with that. The Canadian dollar is up on the US dollar. It's about time that happened. And the Australian dollar, mate, is up against the US dollar. And yes, this segment is just an excuse for me to do the accents. Crypto, again, bad time. I got some more coming up about Bitcoin. I mean, 6 months, it's still up, but it's still being up. I've been saying that every time it's been like here and here and here is still up. Eventually, it's going to come back down to here. And then for the 6 months, it's not going to be up. So, but as of right now, still up 26 0.04% for the 6-month time period. But I do have some more Bitcoin stuff come. Actually, why don't we do it right now? So I'm talking about it. Let's see. What do we got? Which one is it? This one. From the U.S. Sun. Bitcoin predicted to crash in 2022 as experts warn crypto investors to pull out. Bitcoin's been predicted to crash 2022, and the value of the cryptocurrency fell dramatically earlier today. One finance expert thinks Bitcoin's worth could tank as low as $10,000 per coin. The value of $10,000 may seem like a lot, but Bitcoin was trading at $69,000 per coin back in November. After a December crash, Bitcoin was trading at around $50,000. Today it hit a low of 42,579. So, yeah, keeps going down. What does it say about Ethereum? Is the second biggest cryptocurrency, and that was down 12%. So, yeah. And they haven't even started the regulation of them. Government's going to get in there, and like every country, government is going to get in there to get that tax money. We're going to be regulating them. This from CNBC. Bitcoin slumps to a 3-month low as cryptocurrencies extend losses. This is one of the reasons why Dave does not recommend cryptocurrencies. Too volatile. Too volatile, dog. The price of Bitcoin fell below the 41,000 mark on Friday, reaching the lowest level since September 29, according to data from Coinmetrics. Hawkish comments from the Federal Reserve this week triggered a sell-off in global stock markets, which spilled over in the cryptocurrencies. Internet shutdown in Kazakhstan, the world's second largest Bitcoin mining hub. Interesting. Did not know that. Is also weighing on crypto prices. And I think, do I have one more? No, that's Friday lyrics. Okay, so those are all the Bitcoin stories that I have. So let's go back here and act like we plan to do that all along. How about that? And I think that's it for the finance page. AJ, what up? Negative 0.8. We'll see. What up, Casey? Casey, I thought of a get rich quick idea for you. I'm kidding. I'm trolling you. Trolling back. Crypto down more than your self-esteem. I don't know, dog. It's pretty low. Yeah, I've heard some people have actually called it Bitcorn. Let's see. If they regulate it, people will stop using it because that's the reason it was made, right? Right? Not regulated, not traced. Yeah. They're gonna get their own. Casey, government do take a bite, don't she? Hey, government takes a bite of my money and your money, don't she? So, only fair she gets the crypto too. Let's see what we got from ArsTechnica.com. Verizon's 5G upgrade imposes new hotspot data limits on older phone plans. Verizon will make 5G more useful with C-band, but will remove unlimited hotspot data. Verizon said the January 19th launch is different than a loss of 5G on its C-band spectrum will bring fast wireless speeds to 100 million people in the United States. That's what US stands for. Far outstripping the limited geographic reach of its millimeter wave spectrum that provides even faster 5G speeds. But there's a drawback for people who currently have unlimited 5G hotspot data on the millimeter wave network, a monthly data cap on hotspot usage. For the Beyond Unlimited Verizon smartphone plan that has existed for a few years, customers currently have a 15 gigabyte of hotspot data at 4G LTE speeds and unlimited 5G ultra-wideband hotspot data. Going forward, not so much. The C-band and millimeter wave spectrum will both be included in what Verizon calls ultra-wideband, and Verizon will no longer provide unlimited ultra-wideband hotspot data to those who currently have it. Beyond Unlimited plan subscribers will instead get a total of 15 gigabyte of high-speed hotspot data regardless of which network slice they're using, and will face hotspot data slowdowns after using that up. All right. Let's see. Oh, can I read it? Oh, I can read it. This from Barron's. Your 401k has quietly undergone significant changes. What to know? So I don't know of any except the 22,000. It's up to 22,500 now. Is the up from 19,500. Not 22,000, 20,500. While the pandemic and its economic repercussions. Oh, this one page was not made bigger, so you can read it with me. While the pandemic and its economic repercussions have rightly dominated the news for nearly 2 years. I don't know if that's rightly or not. But anyway, they have obscured some dramatic and longer-lasting changes that have been rolled out for 401k investors. The Setting Everything Community Up for Retirement Enhancement Act, better known as the Secure Act, which they made that, they just look for words. Actually, that's not bad. Setting every community up for, that's not bad actually. So I'll take back my snarkiness on that one. That was decent. Became law on December 20th, 2019, just before the pandemic took hold. That, plus further regulatory tweaks by the Biden administration in 2021, have led to 3 major additions to retirement plans and 1 loss for some investors. Blah, 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 blah. What are they? Oh, annuities have long had a bad reputation for being overly complex, pricey, and sold by hucksters and not recommended by Dave Ramsey. Doesn't say that here, but that's the case. Rather than integrated into a comprehensive financial plan. But the guaranteed income for life, what they provide is, for many people, crucial to a long and happy retirement. Dave still doesn't, no matter even if they say that will happen. Dave recommends mutual funds in a retirement account. Yet more retirement plans haven't offered an annuity option. While they're not explicitly disallowed, the bar was high to justify including them in the plan. The Secure Act reduced the liability for plans to offer annuities, providing what is known as safe harbor, which protects plan sponsors legally if an annuity issuer goes bust. Oh, okay, I see. They just made it okay for them to include it. Okay. So, I mean, that can be included, but you don't have to pick that if you have any choice at all in your 401k. What else? Pooled employer plans. While announcements from annuity providers have been primarily for big retirement plans, small ones will soon start seeing annuities too. In fact, more small retirement plans in general are going to exist. That's because the Secure Act created a new kind of retirement plan called the Pooled Employer Plan, or PEP. PEPs are centrally administered 401ks that can be joined by multiple unrelated employers, allowing businesses to outsource plan management. Did not know that either. Sometimes they pass laws and it doesn't get that doesn't get in the news because they're too busy talking about pandy and unrest and stuff like that. ESG funds, while annuities and PEPs, I'm going to call them PEPs, are the 2019 Secure Act's progeny, the Department of Labor made a significant change to plans in October 2021 with a ruling that encourages plan sponsors to employ environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, environmental, social, and governance criteria to select plan investment options. Now that it has passed what's called public comment period, the Department of Labor's rule is expected to be finalized by the middle of the year. Though some plans have already have ESG options, the rule also applies to a plan's default investment option or qualified default investment alternative, QDIA, which QDIA, I don't know how to pronounce that, which is what employees are enrolled in automatically when they join the plan. That's typically a target date fund. Yes, it is. That's what normally they try to put you in. And most employees end up keeping their assets in it. According to analysis by fund giant Vanguard of its retirement plan assets in 2020, 60% of participants held a single fund option in their account, and 91% of them were invested in a single target date fund. All right. All right, and the Backdoor Roth. While plan investors are gaining new options, they may be losing one too. In its current form, Biden administration's Build Back Better bill would eliminate what are known, but the basically both houses are saying that it's not going to happen because it's passed in the House, but it's a 50-50 split for Democrats and Republicans in the Senate. And there's at least one Democrat that is not going to vote for it unless they change the language severely. He said he's not going to vote for it. The one from West Virginia, I believe. And I think there's one more that was saying previously that she wasn't going to, and I forget where she was from. So. Yeah, but the Backdoor Roth, so it's still, all of that's still in place. So you can still do a Backdoor Roth. And they were saying, yeah, and you can't do the Backdoor Roth, which is if you make too much money, you can't do a Roth. But you can open a traditional, and legally just convert it to a Roth. And yeah, but see, that's the thing. It says starting in 2032, Build Back Better would eliminate such conversions. Okay, so they are making it. They want to make it illegal. This bill wants to make it illegal, but they also want to let you keep converting them until 2032. They want you to let you keep converting them so they can get the taxes, because when you convert like a 401k, a pre-tax, you have to pay the taxes on all that money you're converting over, and so they want the taxes from it. So they're going to let it go. They're going to say no, we don't want that to happen, but they're going to let it go for 10 more years. So that's your Washington think there. Let's see. Let's catch up on that. I didn't realize that there was so much chatting going on. Matt Daniels' nephew. Yep. Jake Jr. Yep. Happy birthday to him, Jake. Oh, and to Jake Sr. too. AJ went home from work, so won't be in the chat. Alrighty. Casey, find something that you like doing that's not involved drinking. Yeah, yep. Ellie has great advice. She says, make yourself busy, serve others, try to look at life from a more positive point of view. Yeah, and have fun. You don't need to drink something to find something. There's got to be something you like that doesn't have anything to do with drinking. So, weed. Yeah. So, I mean, there's got to be something you can do that doesn't involve that. You can still snack without weed. Let's see what's next here. Yeah, you can still snack, dog. Let's see this from Fox Business. 30-year mortgage rates hold steady for second straight day. So that's the 30-year, but the 20, 15, and 10-year went up again, and so these have been trending up the past week. So the more that goes up, then theoretically demand will go down for houses. And some people want a housing crash. Somebody said that in the Ramsey Show chat today. From Ars Technica. Google loses Sonos patent case, starts stripping functionality from speakers. Rather than pay royalty fees to Sonos, Google is sending downgrades to customers. And that is awesome. That's the bad side of having an electronic device that's connected to the internet. Because in this case, I guess Google had some kind of technology in these things that Sonos has a patent for. And so if they lost the case, and so now you don't get that functionality, and you may have bought it specifically for that functionality, and they just get, since it's connected to the internet, they just get to send a little patch to it that takes that out of there. So I didn't say server people, did I? I didn't say server people. Oh, serving other people. That means doing something nice for somebody other than yourself. Helping out somebody who needs help. Talking to somebody who needs to be talked to. This from CNBC.com. Stocks making the biggest moves today at midday. Discovery, Reddit meme stock, GameStop, T-Mobile, and more. Let's see. Where's Reddit? Chewy up 0.06%. That is that's a website where you order dog food, I think, or pet, like all kinds of pet food. You can order it, I believe. I don't know what KSS is. GameStop shares the video game retailer jumped 7.3% after news that the company is planning to create a marketplace for non-fungible tokens or NFTs, and that's exactly what I want my video game store to be doing. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. So, but probably the same people that bought GameStop because they were on Reddit or because they appreciate a meme stock, probably those people will love the NFT idea. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. T-Mobile saw its stock fall 5% after it reported postpaid net customer additions of 844,000 in the fourth quarter and about 2.9 million total in 2021. Oh, that was lower than the street account consensus expectations of 867,900. Okay, all right. They didn't get as many as they thought. Although they did just they merged with oh gosh, who they merged with? Virgin? I can't remember who they merges with. Oh, Sprint. They merged with Sprint. Gosh. All right. DraftKings shares the sports betting company added 5.6% ahead of the launch of legal mobile sports betting in New York. Stayed on Saturday. Discovery, the media stock. I think that's the channel. Media stock soared 16.9% after Bank of America upgraded Discovery to buy. Pending merger with Warner Media. Yep. Could create a true rival to Netflix and Disney Plus. I'll believe it when I see it, though. I mean, Discovery Channel's cool and all that. New York Times share. Tumbled. Print is dead. Except unless it's on a computer screen. Delta Airlines went up. Texas Instrument down. Kohl's down. Abercrombie and Fitch down. Chewy down. Clover Health down. Starbucks down. Like we already went over, most things are down. But a couple of things are up. It didn't say what GameStop was today. It said it jumped 7.3%, but that was at 12:42, so no telling. Oh, let's see what it is. It is, what is that? That's GME, I think. GME? Yeah. Okay, so it's up more than that. Oh no, yeah. So no, that's right. It still held that 7.32%. I think that was close to what it said. %. So yeah, 7.32. So yeah, so it held that all day. This from France24.com. McDonald's runs out of hash browns, but it's in the Taiwan stores though. Just did that for the clickbait. Casey's pretty toxic. Don't know if it could help other people like you, Coach. All right. I mean, you gotta know your limitations too. So, I mean, if you know that you're too toxic, then I hear you. You gotta look for something else to do then. Something else to keep yourself busy. Something something else to make a positive impact on the world. Even if you don't engage with other humans, somehow you can make a positive impact on your life, others' lives, or the planet, or your neighborhood, or whatever. Supreme Court appears poised to block buy-ins, vaccine, and testing rules for businesses. It's from Supreme Court report, CNN Supreme Court reporter. Probably don't need much more than this, but ready to reject one of President Joe Biden's most aggressive attempts so far to combat the spread of COVID-19, a vaccine or testing requirement aimed at large businesses. But in a separate challenge, some justices seem more open to a vaccine mandate aimed at certain healthcare workers. All right, so they'll be hearing that. And this from the Jerusalem Post. This is just something I was interested in and saw the thing and doesn't have anything to do with finances. But have archaeologists finally discovered the long-lost Temple of Hercules? Archaeologists in Spain have found the remains of a series of buildings which they believe to be the lost Temple of Hercules. And do they have like a location of it? In Spain? I thought he was Greek. I thought Hercules was Greece. Not like the musical. Researchers in Spain found the remains of a series of buildings which they believe to be the Temple of Hercules, or as he was known to the Romans, Melkart. Using information obtained through documentary and archaeological data, researchers from the territorial delegation and the University of Seville conducted a number of research trips to the area between Chiclana de Frontera and San Fernando in Andalusia. Andalusia? Is that an L or I? Now, it's supposed to open up all my pages at 125 so you guys can read it. And so I can read it. Andalusia, Spain. The information obtained from these trips revealed a different environment from what was previously believed to existed in the area. Researchers now believe there was a coastline in the area that was anthropized with a possible dock. Anthropized is a word that I do not know, so I'm interested in that, so we're going to look that up too. Anthropization is the conversion of open spaces, landscapes, and natural environments by human action. Oh, okay. Got it. So somebody built something there. That means they built a dock there. So just a word for that. And you discovered information about the area matches information about the Temple of Hercules from the ancient writers of the times. Okay, this is the remains of a Roman temple, not that one. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so basically that's just a tease because it doesn't tell you where it is or anything like that. So that's a big, big tease. Some big, big clickbait from Jerusalem Post. Thanks, guys. We did that. We did that. Oh, are we out of stories? We are out of stories. Alrighty. Well, don't forget. Oh, where is it? Oh, that's right. I did not open it in the correct place, so it's right there. There we go. So it's the last chance to pre-order Days of Book. Baby Steps Millionaire, that comes out Monday. If you pre-order it from Ramsey Solutions, you get $100 worth of extra goodies, and they admittedly bribe you to buy it from them and before release so that it can open on the bestseller list. Let's see, what time is it? 45. Oh, let's do a couple of Reddit Dave Ramsey questions, shall we? Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. And then we sort by new. And we got from new-world-man with the flair of Baby Step 3. So we assume they know what that is. And they are in Baby Step 3. Broke down and cried today. Today is payday. I know what my paycheck is. Stopped at the bank to get some quarters for laundry, apartment life. When I got back to my car, I saw my account balance. I started crying in my car in the parking lot, not because it was low, but because it's more than I have had in a long time, and there is zero debt to waste it on. 6 months ago, I paid my car off, the first car I've ever paid off. I've lived in debt most of my life. I make a decent living for a single guy, nothing extravagant, enough to be comfortable and have a hobby. My coworker turned me on to Dave about 2 years ago now. I listened to the podcast. I looked at my budget. I listened to her story, and she showed me her savings and how she did it. And I had no idea it was possible because it seemed impossible. For anyone unsure or hesitant or whatever, you can do this. The baby steps work. It's not easy, and it might even feel like it will break you, but it is very possible. If I can do this with my bad spending habits and lifelong debt, just about anyone can. Thank you to everybody in the sub that posts positive reinforcement and good, helpful advice. You have no idea how much of an impact you can have to someone who is struggling to get through the debt snowball. What you say here can be such a huge motivator. Hopefully I can return the favor for someone because countless times it helped me along when I was struggling. I dare to say, I got a little lump in my throat too. I dare to say, New World Man, that you have already did that with this post. Somebody has seen this post already. When was it? 2 hours ago? Probably somebody already saw this post that was affected by it. So you probably have already done that, but you'll keep doing it. Alex says, from what you've seen, the most successful sobriety stories come from people who tend to learn to help others, keep busy working, etc. Absolutely. All right. This was a good one. I don't know if you could tell, but the way I went into this, I thought he said baby step 3. I thought he was going to say today's payday and it's all gone to bills or something like that. I thought it was going to be a sad story of some type, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, Reddit is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So that's an ad right there. Let's see. Murphy strike. So I wanted this bad news. I got it. Shouldn't ask for it. From Quintessential Norton. Quintessential Norton. Norton, as the kids say. In baby step 2, and I know what kind of headaches that entails. Moments, literally moments after celebrating paying off our car, the engine seized. Yikes. Of course, out of warranty, and just got the other car back after major transmission issues. Since we only have $1,000 in emergency funds, we paused debt pay down to save up money for another car. Currently at $5,000 for a car, but really only want to spend $3,000. Pickings are very slim at those numbers. Any tips out there? Just get it checked out. You get a better deal from a private sale than from a dealer. You can look for a car shop in your area that will look at used cars you want to buy for free and tell you what's wrong with them. And they do that in hopes of obviously getting your business for repairing if you do decide to buy that car or in the future. Because that free service does not take that long, and it can lead to more business for them later. So that's why they do that. Not all of them will do that. Some of them will charge you for a freaking estimate, but yeah. So and this person suggested a new engine because it's cheaper than the 5,000. I don't know if it's cheaper than 3,000. I'm not a car person, so I do not know. I would have to fix your car. It sucks, but they all eventually need repairs. Bought several under $3,000 cars. We have 11 kids. That's a lot, Chris L. Davis. 11 kids is a lot. I've helped them all buy their first car. The key is take your time and research the market thoroughly. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe step 4 through 6 through Chris L. Davis with 11 kids. I mean, that's awesome. I'm sure they're all great kids. I'm sure you love them. And that's awesome if you can do that. How big should my emergency fund be? We get this all the time in the chat. And Dave has asked this a lot. I live with my parents currently, so my expenses are only the electricity bill, which is about £100. Oh, he's from the England. Dan the Cloud. Danny Clow, what you mean? About 100 pounds per month. I make 20, excuse me, 20, you gotta not say the T. 27,000, no, you do say the thousand probably. 27,000 pounds a year. How big should my emergency fund be? And yeah, it's the amount of your expenses. If you're in a situation where you're going to continue living with your parents a while and you only pay the electricity bill, and if you're using 100 pounds by yourself, that's a lot of electricity, dog. Or maybe you're, instead of paying rent, you're just paying the entire electricity bill, which, that's fair. Absolutely, for free housing. And you probably grubbing some free food, free food and stuff, and free showers, etc., etc. Although I guess hot water heater might be electric as well, but okay. It's the emergency fund is 3 to 6 months of your expenses. And now whether let me address whether it should be 3 or 6 months first. It depends on your life situation. If you don't have any drama in your job or your life, 3 months is fine. If there's no drama, you're not in danger, no indication anything is wrong with your life or you keeping your job, 3 months is fine of expenses. And the second part is that's of your expenses. If you write down and add up all of get a hashtag yellow pad and write down, or you can do it on a spreadsheet, hashtag spreadsheet. You just add up all your expenses and multiply them by 3, and that would be how much your emergency fund should be. Now, some people, especially females, you got that security gland happening. Some males too. Even if there's nothing wrong, they feel better. They sleep better at night with 6 months. And so that's fine. So if you got one guy and one gal, and one of them doesn't, or 2 guys, and one of them doesn't think there's any problem and wants to do 3, and one of them says, well, I'd rather have 6 months, then that's when you compromise and you do 4.5 months or 5 months. So, but it's of your expenses. It's not an amount. People always come in the chat and ask for how much the amount should be. Let's see. Got a question from Anderson. How much should go into kids' college per month? 1, 4, 5, 6. Kid is 8 months old, but also have a mortgage, so want to put extra towards that. Okay, so what you do is you look at a college in your area, in-state. You can even plan for community college for the first 2 years if you want, and say that's all you're paying. So you just estimate what you'll need. You can add some for inflation. You can add some for whatever to be safe. You can add some for books, etc., etc. If you go to the college website, they'll tell you how much stuff is. Or if you just Google how much is tuition and board and books at blank college, Google will tell you that. And so then you work backwards from that on how many months you need to have that. And as far as being, like, if you're going to put an ESA or 529, as far as with the investing. So if you invest it, it should be making, at minimum 10 to 12%, like the S&P does on an annual basis. And yes, it could make less than 10 some months, but it made 20 last year. And more than that, I think 2022 or something like that in 2020. So, but your target you can base on, and that's what you should have it in. So you can base 10 to 12 percent a year on interest if you have it in those investments in an ESA, educational savings account, or a 529 account, which is a state account. So in your state account may have different rules for your particular state. So check into those. But if you want to see an approximate, you could take the investing part out of it and just divide the amount you'll need for that child when the child is 18, and you just divided that amount that you want to have when they start, how many divided by how many months there are, and that's how many dollars per month you have to save. And then, of course, everything extra to the mortgage, just like you are thinking. So yeah, it doesn't have to be, especially with a 8-month-old kid, you're just starting out. I mean, you could even do a thing where you just throw it all on the mortgage until the child is like 5 years old. So, yeah, kids should be working too. You right. Bust their hump, have them earn their keep. You got it. So, yeah, 200 a month for 18 years, right? And like I said, you could even wait and not put anything towards that, put all that to the mortgage, and when the child is 5, then maybe you do $250 a month or $300 a month. So, and then by the time college is, maybe the house is almost paid off, or is paid off. Let's see. I would just like to make a comment that Dave Ramsey's emergency fund requirements do not apply equally to all countries. Some countries have extremely high employee protections that save you from income loss. Any type of so short notice. Not worried about that. 3 to 6 months should work everywhere. And the reason the 3 to 6 months emergency fund should work everywhere is because almost all of the people have less than that now. So if you're living your life with less than that now, you don't need to quibble about how big the emergency fund should be. Right. You don't get, if it's in a ESA or 529 and you use those funds, you pull the funds out to pay for college, there's no taxes or penalties on that at all. So what time is it? 6:58. I don't know. We're doing well. I'm not falling asleep. I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. this morning, and it is almost 7 p.m. now, Eastern time. And let's see. I'm still going fine. Should I sell stocks to pay down student loans faster? I know Dave would say yes. Here's my situation. I have 40K, which doesn't matter. None of that matters. We can answer it right now. The answer is if they're not in a retirement account, yes. I have 40K in student loan debt, and I'm on track to pay out by December. I would like to pay it off as soon as possible, and am considering selling about 3,000 to 4,000 in stocks to contribute to the payment. Just 3 to 4? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I mean, if that's all you got in there, yeah. I only have about 9K in stocks now. I want to keep some of the higher growth positions and sell off everything else. Does it make sense to sell all of them, and pay towards my debt, or keep the position, stay on my plan, and wait to pay everything by the end of the year? You pay your debt off when you get the money, or when you have the money. You don't save up a bunch of money first and then pay off debt. You pay it as you have it. And probably, let's see, you borrowed money to buy stocks. Yep. So, and that is the reverse situation, reverse scenario, and Dave often puts you in that so you understand what's going on. If you have single stocks, and you took a student loan out, then you borrow that money to invest. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing about not paying your mortgage off early and investing instead. The same situation. Ertruban 2 says yes, absolutely yes, should pay off that debt. Gazelle Intense. It's kind of frustrating when people ask very basic questions answered in the Total Money Makeover, and questions that are addressed at least multiple times a week on the podcast or show. Yeah, but you got to understand where the person is coming from, though. Should I sell stocks to pay down student loans faster? I know Dave would say yes. They're looking for somebody to agree with them so they can do what they want to do and feel better about it. most likely. Oh, Kit Fisto, 1999. How about that? Kit Fisto is a character from Star Wars The Clone Wars. That is a Jedi Knight. Let's see. We'll do one more since that one was quick. Baby step 2 flare right there. Need advice on exit strategy with car debt. 22-year-old employed college student. Last year in November, I financed a car I couldn't afford. 2019 VW Jetta SESAL Premium. I put down $3,000 down to finance for 75 months at 5.39%. Last year November, I financed a car I couldn't afford. You knew you couldn't afford it? Bought it anyway? I already know you're thinking get rid of the car. Yep, but it's since gotten refunds, which brought the principal down. Why you get refunds? The payment is $445.21. That payoff is way too much, dog. Well, I mean, what are you making? What are you making a month? That $445 is killing the budget. Payoff is $25,200. Oh, CarMax is offering $22,800. The guy in the Ramsey chat today was talking about making, I don't know, a couple $1,000s off of having bought a used car a few months ago, and then now they're paying a lot for it. And, you know, he's making a couple $1,000s from it. And so, I mean, you can play that game, but it's, I mean, all that's not worth a few $1,000s. Question is this: I'm strongly considering selling the car and eating the difference, $2,400, which will bring my loss to $5,400. But that's better than, because that eventually stops because you don't have the $445 month payment for forever, however long that would be. Being in debt has honestly been killing my emotional state since the night I drove the car off the lot, and should have tried to return that immediately as soon as. Still live with my parents, so that's, you know, that's at least you don't have like maybe all the expenses, but still $445. I mean, if you're making what the average 22-year-old makes, average 22-year-old student, so maybe not even working full time, yeah, you definitely can't afford that, and you probably knew it at the time, but you did it anyway. So. Boom, 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 boom. Anderson Outdoors emergency fund is $24K plus $10K for the repairs. That's an old house, right? Yeah, that would be your sinking fund for repairs. Absolutely. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, let's do at least one more. How much is in your checking account? This is from Crying Too Hard. How much is in your... I think I clicked on like comments they made to something else. Click there, Steve. Here we go. I'm slowly paying off my debt. 3 credit cards. My lowest is less than $300 now. Highest is $4,000. How much is in the checking account? Step 2. It doesn't matter how much is in our checking account. What needs to be in your checking account is how much to pay your bills. You should also have $1,000 emergency fund. Enough to pay your bills and your minimum payments on all your debts, and then extra to the lowest debt. Let's say every time I get paid, a portion goes to debt. So my regular paycheck, I put $100, and any money from side hustle goes straight to it. This week, I have about $80 extra in my checking account. I don't need it. I just put $120 on the low card, so once that one clears, I'll be just under $200. But it'll leave my checking account with $70, which this week I'm only paying for gas, and that's about $40, leaving me with $20, $30 wiggle room. So if you have a zero-based budget, you'll know how that affects you. You'll know that you have enough based on your budget. So make sure you're budgeting, person. Let's see. Wondering if I should just put the extra 80 towards it now, today. I don't know. I don't know what like upcoming expenses you have. Or wait and see where I'm at next paycheck and put 180. Yeah, and make sure you have enough. Essentially paying it off completely. That would be great. I know it doesn't really matter, but I know I'm close. Excited for that card. Great. Step one question: my other credit card is about $700. I can cover that with my emergency fund. Step one money. Should I or should I not? The steps are: baby step one, save $1,000 in emergency fund. Step two is not, well, if you think it's a good idea, take that money and put it to debt. That's not the idea. Emergency fund is your emergency fund, paying off your debt. While you should be gazelle intense about it, it's not an emergency. That is to keep you from putting something else that might be an emergency onto a credit card and racking up more debt. That's the first thing. So you have that to put between you and thinking you need to charge something else or add more to your debt. So, they worked it out. They did a pro and con list right here, I think. Reason for no, that's emergency funds, right? Yeah, they got it. See, they know the answers. They know the answers. They want somebody to agree with them. Or they don't have anything better to do than just think. They're just thinking about it and they're typing it somewhere wherever and sharing it with the world. Reasons for yes, no more interest added on that card. If I'm in a pinch, I know I can rely on my dad and can pay back. No, that's not how it works. Emergency fund, you know it. He knows it. Or she. Who's it? Crying too hard? Yeah, could be male or female. They don't say. If I pay it off, I can go back to step one to save up the emergency fund. That's not how it goes. You keep the emergency fund, and then you take the money that you would have gone back to step one to save for the emergency fund. You take that and apply that to the debt. Yeah, all right. So when we were in baby step two, we always kept 200 in checking as wiggle room. Yeah, there's you especially need that if you have an expense, for example, like if you get paid every 2 weeks and you have a bigger expense in the first or second half of the month than your check will be. So then you definitely need buffer in the checking account so you can cover that expense when the next check comes. So, and your budget will tell you that. So budget, don't hear budget here. Let's see if somebody says I like to Bonnie MSM. She's a mod of the Dave Ramsey subreddit here. It's not run by Ramsey Solutions. These are just fans that are doing this. They do allow negative stuff on here about Dave. They say to keep it civil, and I don't know if they've taken some stuff off or not. Maybe they have, but they say keep it civil. But they do allow people to say, well, I think Dave should run his company like this, and I think et cetera, et cetera. And for people to say, I don't think the baby steps should be like that. I think you should do debt like the debt avalanche instead of debt snowball or something like that. They allow all that, but anyway, I as far as I can tell, they keep a good eye on it, and they were nice enough to let me put my the links to my baby step song and my John Deloney song on here. So when normally they don't allow self promotion of any kind on there. So she says, do not use your emergency fund to pay off debt. It's there so you don't have to borrow again. Exactly. Don't think you can borrow from somewhere or someone. If emergency hits, you no longer play that game. Right. Even if it's your dad, you don't want to even, baby step 0 is deciding you're not going to do debt anymore. Even from a family member, you're not going to do that. So your emergency fund keeps you from having to do that. And that should make you feel better than paying off one of these debts and still being in the situation where if even something little happens, you need money. Oh, let's see. Chatter's having a good old time. Cool. Utility company charging a deposit to set up account. Yeah, someone give you 0 deposit if you have good credit. Yeah. An RV, come on, Casey. Now when I said something, find something that makes you happy, I didn't mean that would involve spending that much money. All right, so this is a good question and one I just wish you addressed more on the show. Best bet to keep thousands savings account. Yeah. I mean, there's not really anything to address here. Dave tells you what to do. This is just asking, can I do something else? So it doesn't really need to be addressed, but I think it has been. He has said stuff like this. Urgent help finding a car. Okay, this will be the last one. I could actually do this all day if I had enough Diet Coke. Look how much is left. Not that much. If I was, some people like don't have a drink at all at the desk. I don't know how. If I was on that show, I would have to have a 2-liter for every show. Need urgent help. This is from Cats and Geology. That's a fun combo. How would you like that? I don't know how well I would get along with that person. The only way I would get along less with that person probably is if it was Cats and Geography, because I suck at geography. I didn't even remember that until I looked at a map the other day. I didn't even remember that Tennessee, where Ramsey Solutions is, in Franklin, outside of Nashville, that Tennessee was right across from North Carolina. And I lived in Virginia for almost 30 years. Lived in Virginia, and Virginia's right there, North Carolina's right below it, and right across from it is Tennessee. And I didn't even remember that. I was surprised to see that like that. And I was like, oh yeah. All right, need urgent help finding a car. Cats and Geology. So I don't know. So I can deal with rocks. I mean, rocks are pretty cool. They come in to archaeology a lot, and I'm very into that. So maybe we could get along if you're female, and if you're male, maybe we could be friends. So hit me up, Coach Steve Money on the Reddit, yo. Need urgent help finding a car. I apologize if this has been hashed over repeatedly, but long story short, my car got totaled a couple weeks ago, and because of used cars going up in value, insurance paid off my loan for that car, and I have $7,000 to put down on a car. My inner Dave is leaning towards used. If Dave is in your head telling you something, that's probably the thing to do, dog. But I've also been told now is not a great time to buy used. I heard that it's not a great time to buy used. People are saying what I heard and people are saying are the worst things in the world. So I'm worried that used will depreciate quickly as well once prices go back down. It doesn't matter how much the used car depreciates by. You assume it will be worth nothing by the time you get rid of it. You buy a used car and you drive it until it disintegrates. Have a 1-year-old, live in a place where winter driving is 3-4 months of the year, and this is why I need a better car, and this is why I need a better car, and this is why I need a better car. And this person is even talking about a 2 or 3 year old car. This got by me. Have $7,000 to put down on a car. This person's going to finance this car. And, and you're on the Dave Ramsey subreddit. And knows enough about Dave to say that the inner Dave is leaning toward a used car. Anyone have any advice? Okay, well, I have a winter driving and drive quite a bit for work. This is the justification section for buying a new car. Justification section right there. So if any car people also have recommendations for a good vehicle, got it. Looking to buy tomorrow or Saturday. I can't remember what TIA means. It's short for something. I realize you're on the Dave Ramsey sub, and what I want to advise is not following Dave Ramsey. But the car market is ridiculous right now. I don't know what area you're in, but my area used to be low cost of living, but everything has gone up. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. What is it that you're? I let my children's dad borrow my 2015 Civic to drop. Yeah, no. You ended up hydroplaning, flipped a couple times. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't let people borrow your car. I honestly believe if it had been an older car, it may have been a bit worse, but Yeah, because you have a long commute and a baby, and this is, you know, a mother worried about babies. So, I mean, I get that, but thank you. That's why I posted here so someone would tell me it was okay. Yeah, yeah. 7K buys a 10 to 12-year-old car in my area. No thanks. I would just buy a new vehicle. You have 7,000 to purchase a new to you car. Hold off paying that credit card as well. You want to be able to have cash to pay for a mechanic you trust to go over the car you wish to purchase. Exactly. Exactly. So anyway, yeah. So you get both people here. You get the Dave would say buy whatever you can for $7,000, no car loan, then keep following the baby steps. So this is the answer. Getting in a wreck doesn't mean it's a good time to upgrade. You have 7K to replace your car, not 7,000 to put down on a car implying a loan. That's right, Jeremy. Jeremy 12491. Also, slow down. The fact that you're saying you're buying in the next 2 days when you have no idea what you're buying tells me you're about to make a big financial mistake. That's good advice as well. I had to return but I had to return my rental on Wednesday, and relying on rides when I have a baby is getting old really fast. See, you're putting yourself in situations where you have to be in a hurry to do that. You could get a new rental for a couple more days. Not having a car sucks. Debt sucks worse. Jeremy's right. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think any of this chat's for me, which is fine. In a van down by the river. All this and bring a mechanic with you. It will cost you maybe $300 to have them check it out and save you $1,000, unless you can find a shop in your area. I mean, the one that I go to and that does that is the closest one to my work, and that's how I found them. And so take the time to do some calling and look. Maybe you find a deal on Craigslist. You might. If you do this, pay the $100 for a mechanic to come along. Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing you can do if you're buying a car from a private sale person, ask them, tell them you'll either need to test drive it and take it to a mechanic, or tell them if you can take it to the mechanic, I'll pay for the thing if you have to pay for it, or tell them it'll be free. And if they want to sell it to you, they will do that. If they don't want to do that, you don't need to buy that car. All right, going overtime. Hour 20 show today. All right. And I got just a little bit more sips. All right, so upcoming streams. That was fun. That's the closest I can get to taking calls. So that's pretty fun. And of course, I lost a subscriber. Probably one of the Oak Island. Oak Island. I'm getting a lot of subscribers from my Oak Island videos now. And when I go live and do other streams, sometimes I lose a subscriber or two. So that happens. So lost one today. Oh well. Easy come, easy go. Upcoming streams are this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, is Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is right after the video of the Ramsey Show YouTube video ends. And then this one starts Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. I play single player video games, and one of the ones I'll be playing on Saturday, I might actually do a couple on Saturday. I'll probably do some bonus ones, and so probably I will be continuing my complete playthrough of Rise of the Tomb Raider, the middle game in the newest Tomb Raider game trilogy. I'll be playing that, plus some other games. And so those are the scheduled times for that. It's definitely Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But I have been doing some bonus ones as well, and I don't announce them ahead of time. I just don't want to, and so just go live. And so that's If you get any live notifications about me going live, that could be doing that or something else. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I alternate tech support and Ramsey Coach support. And Ramsey Coach support is exactly what I just did, going to the Dave Ramsey subreddit and answering questions / commenting on other comments on there on success stories like we had, milestone stuff like we had on that first one, and that was great. And I do the same thing for tech support, reddit.com/r/tech support. And I use my 20 plus years of being a PC repair tech to answer questions about mostly people's computers. They do post about some other electronic devices sometimes, and I either skip them if I don't know anything about it, or I do my best. But most of what's on there is asking about PC questions. Wednesdays, no set times. That's when I get the Curse of Oak Island recaps on as soon as possible, and I've also started doing the companion show to the Curse of Oak Island. It's called Curse of Oak Island: Digging Down, and also there's a different show called Beyond Oak Island, where the History Channel and the Lagina brothers that do the Curse of Oak Island recap, and they own most of Oak Island, they get involved with other people's treasure hunts. And so I'm recapping that as well, and people seem to like it, and it gets me subs, so I'm into it. I love history stuff, so there you go. And when Bella is available, we might do a father-daughter video gaming at any time. And there is a separate father-daughter video gaming playlist as well. Anderson Outdoors just sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anderson Outdoors. Appreciate it. So I got an extra one too. Look at that. I went from 318 to start, down to 317, and then now up to 319. Thank you so much. Let's reload it. See if it, okay. All right. Yeah, 319. Thank you so much. All right. As far as plugs, email. You can email me about anything you would like to. Anything about Ramsey stuff, financial stuff, anything on my YouTube channel, including Oak Island, Ramsey stuff, like I said, video games, computer stuff, the 2 nutty songs that I wrote, and the quarter verse and 1 chorus of the George Camel song that I have. Yeah, I'll be happy to talk to you about that. You can schedule a free consultation with me. I'm a Ramsey certified financial coach, and you can do that at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money, and that is at the top of the chat, and it is in the description of the video, or you can just click this right here on my YouTube banner, schedule free consultation. That will take you to calendly.com/Coach Steve Money, and you can click on Financial Coaching Consultation Assessment. Then you can pick a date and time. You can change the month if you can't do it this month. And you pick a date and a time, and then Calendly will let me know about that, and we will make that happen. And I will email you about the info I need so I can give you an accurate assessment, or the info to bring to the session. This P right here is for PayPal, and that takes you to the donation link, and that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. And I can't get any money from YouTube until, even can't get super chats or anything like that until this says 1,000. So I will get there one day. But until then, if you like what you're seeing, you can help me out that way. Instagram is Coach Steve Money. Just Coach Steve Money, no spaces on Instagram. All right, and is that it? Yeah, I gave the email address already, so all right. All right. Again, I appreciate the new subscriptions. Thank you so much. And let's see, what's today? Friday. I don't know. I might do a bonus if I don't go to sleep early, since I was up at 3:30 a.m. and haven't been to sleep since. But I might do a bonus old man video gaming tonight sometime if I don't go to sleep. It would probably be fairly early, fairly soon if I do that. Otherwise, the scheduled old man video gaming is Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I would imagine one would happen on Sunday as well. All right. Casey says, "Good stuff, Steve. John, listening to your song is epic." Yeah, he's talking about in the music playlist. That's me reacting to John Deloney's reaction to the John Deloney song, and he didn't even hear. Unfortunately, he didn't even hear a good one, a good version of it, because I did it basically. I wrote it and then I did it live for the first time, and that's what he's hearing when I did it live. This one is pre-recorded. And it's still not great because it was like the day or two after I had written it. But now that I've sung it a lot, same thing as a Baby Step song temporary lyric video here. I put a temporary lyric video on here because I intend to record them better audio wise, and also have maybe a fun where the words are moving around, fun lyric video for them like that. So, but we'll see on that. But yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Deloney and the mod came. The mod has been in the chat twice now, I think. No, 3 times actually. The mod's been here 3 times since I started, and Deloney came in here once the day when Deloney wasn't working, but he was there the day that the lady was in that domestic issue where her boyfriend had her child over by her car, and she was calling Dave crying, asking if she can sell his house or sell her house because she was trying to find some way to get away from him. And so anyway, and John ended up just walking by and offering to talk to her once they went to commercial. And so he talked to her until the police arrived there. So, and then after that, he and the mod came in to the chat. And of course, I thought they were trolls and didn't behave very well with them, but I apologize. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. Hopefully they've heard the newer versions. I don't know that they have. The mod may have heard a newer version of the Baby Step song. Mod wasn't that impressed by it. He listened to it and he said that was interesting. He wasn't that impressed. Of course, granted, I sing it much better now. Because when I wrote it, I knew the song, I knew basically how it went, but I didn't know all the words and didn't know how the words all flowed. I didn't know it that well. So anyway, too much explanation, too much talking. I have a hard time wrapping up because I like to talk, unfortunately. So, but I will wrap up because that's an hour and 30, and that's plenty. Nobody needs Casey, I have a George Camel song, or run it back to the beginning, or check out any other day that George Camel has been the host. I have a quarter of a verse and a chorus for it, and yeah, so basically I just sing the quarter of the chorus. I repeat it 4 times, and then I go into the chorus, but that's all I have. So, and it is the Bad Touch. It is the I'll give you another shot of it. I'm already going to get copyright claim for it anyway, so. And because I did not monetize, it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want. All right, let's find it. Let's find where it is. Is that it? Okay. All right. So let me get the lyrics. Here's the lyrics. Where are they? Right there. Okay. So this is only going to be one time of this verse and then the chorus. And this is to the Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang. You know, that's the Let's Do It Like They Do on the Discovery Channel. You know, We Ain't Nothing But Mammals, that song. And it goes like this. George Host 3 podcast. They don't cost a cent. Borrow future entree leadership and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. That's step 7, y'all. Like that, yeah. And he's doing he and his wife are doing, and the mod is trying to get him to bring his dog. They are doing their debt-free stream on Wednesday, January 12th in the final hour. So that's the last 40 minutes of the video. He will be, and his wife will be doing their debt-free stream, house, and everything. Congratulations, George Camel. They have a busy week. Once again, plug for them. Where is it? On January 11th, Baby Steps Millionaire comes out. The first book Dave has written in quite a while. And that, again, is the 11th. And you still have time to pre-order that and get the $100 of bonuses with it. And on the 12th is the Camel Debt-Free Stream on Wednesday, January 12th. In the final 40 minutes of the YouTube video. And on January 13th, they have the Building Wealth in 2022 live stream. And that is Dave Ramsey, Rachel Cruz, and George Camel participating in that. And so that's a busy week for them. Yeah. Cool. All right. So I'm taking off now. I appreciate all the attention. And if I had drink left, I would probably just keep talking. But I guess I'll end it. And how we end it is we say make smart financial decisions every day.